Legal expert Mpumelelo Zikalala says authorities don't need to wait for the Eastern Cape 17-year-old boy who impregnated a 12-year-old girl to turn 18 in order for them to prosecute him, as criminal liability begins at the age of 14. He adds that the boy can stand trial and the age can only be considered when sentencing him.
I assume we're looking at a case of statutory rape. What does the law say in the context of the case that we're discussing here today of a child that is 12-year-old being impregnated by a 17-year-old?
The law is clear. You have the Criminal Amendment Act that came into effect in 2007 that says even though you can say that you have consent, a person who is under the age of 17 and also within the age of 12 and 17 years old does not have the ability to give consent. So they don't know what they're going to be consenting about. They have no idea what the consequences which are going to be there. And if you are found guilty and there is evidence that says that there is sexual intercourse that has taken place, the law is very clear. You are going to be found guilty of statutory rape. And this is what I think should follow in this particular case, especially after a child has been born. So the law is very clear as to the age of consent, very clear as to what the age of consent should be and what the consequences of those people that choose not to abide by it should be, in a sense that they should be found guilty and sent to jail.
Yeah, and the reason I ask you this initially is that there has been talk of waiting for this young man to turn 18 for them to be prosecuted. Is there any need for that? Or can the law just take its course at this particular time?
No. There would be no need for them to turn 18. In fact, criminal liability started at the age of 14, and it's up to the prosecution to then say a person who is not old yet above the age of 18 does have criminal capacity to understand what they were doing. So the most important question should be, at the time of you committing the offense, did you understand that what you were doing is wrong? Most importantly, we were able to act in accordance to what is required, whether to follow that particular correct or wrongful act. If the answer to that is yes, then the person has full criminal liability and they can be able to stand trial and be able to be found guilty. It may act as a mitigating circumstance at a later stage, but in terms of the person being found guilty, then definitely, if all the elements have been proven, the guilty verdict is going to apply.
Please don't
it's only in the sentencing part in
like
which
and
where
subscribe.
the age will then be considered.